Up and at 'em, everybody. Hank and Big Ben with you. It is a Tuesday morning. Nancy Cahalen joins us. Better Business Bureau. Well, wherever I go now, Nancy, what I see is outside of buildings, I see people who are putting in solar panels, or I see just walking the dog. There's a couple of places in my neighborhood where I guess people are going to be getting solar panels, and they have solar panel companies. So solar right now, and people kind of hawking solar, seems to be a real big thing, and it's a big investment on the part of the homeowner or the part of the business as well. So you're here today to tell us a little bit about, hey, solar's a great thing, no argument there, but unfortunately there can be some folks out there as well who, you got it, might be using your good nature, you're wanting to do something good for the environment and to make some money for themselves, and there are some scams out there we've got to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah. Many homeowners are going solar. Either they want to save money or maybe they just want to make a positive impact on the environment. But no matter the reason, it's a big purchase. And with any other big purchase, you got to be very careful when you evaluate the different offers and options that you have out there. So, as you mentioned, con artists are using misleading sales tactics and outright lies to trick homeowners out of money and personal information. Some people have received offers for free solar panels, and it most likely is a scam. Always look for businesses you can trust when dealing with home improvement projects, and look to BBB and the accredited business seal. So let's talk about the scams. So someone contacts you through the mail, email, phone, social media, or even in person. They might come to the door. These are what the reports in Scam Tracker have told us. They claim to be a solar company salesperson, and the representative may have a very special offer for you. They can install solar panels on your home for a very low cost, or even free. This amazing deal is only available for a limited time, so you must act now. So I don't know, Hank, if you're hearing the red flags there, but
Bet.
it was a deal that was too good to be true. It was free. It's a limited time, and you have to act now. So they don't want to give you time to really do your research and think about this. So this homeowner didn't get taken, but they wanted to report this so that others would be mindful and not be victimized. So that's a great thing. The scam can take several turns from this point. In some versions, the scammers after your personal information. That's all they're looking for. So they ask you to fill out forms with all your banking details just to see if you qualify for these free solar panels. And other times, the solar representative claims you need to pay an upfront cost, and they promise that you'll be reimbursed by a government program. And usually these programs, they're non-existent programs. So Scam Tracker has seen numerous reports of this kind of scam too. And one homeowner said that he had been approached by a door-to-door salesperson claiming he could get him a new roof plus the solar equipment with a government rebate of 26% off the cost. So essentially, that just paid for the roof. And after doing the research, the homeowner found there is no government rebate program that would provide him that kind of rebate for his roof. So he, again, I'm glad to report, did not get taken, but was nice enough to share that information so others can be warned. Another case, a homeowner spoke on the phone to a solar engineer after being approached in person, and the engineer claimed they could make it cost-free for them. Again, it's really too good to be true. He said they had finished their installations in their neighborhood and met their quota, but they were going to try to squeeze us in. The conversation took a strange turn then, and the solar engineer started asking for personal information. So that's when they disconnected. Again, they avoided being scammed, but were kind enough to share. So this is out there, and it's a lot of money. and you really need to be careful.
Absolutely, and that seems like a pretty common one too. I mean, that's one where I can see, somebody says, "Hey, we just happen to be in the neighborhood. We just did your neighbor, or we just were around the corner, and listen, while we're here, we can give you a deal." And this is how they always get you, of course, because it makes sense in the beginning. It's as it goes along that hopefully those red flags start to pop up. So, how do we avoid these solar panel scams?
Well, do your research. You need to make sure that you're dealing with a reputable solar energy contractor, and so you can check with BBB and find out what kind of track record they have. Don't give in to high pressure sales tactics. There's a disconnect between the sale and the installation of these solar panels too that people need to be aware of. Oftentimes, the people that install are a separate company, and so we often get complaints that the homeowner isn't seeing the results that had been promised to them, and they file a complaint against the installer. But the installer didn't make those promises. It was the salesperson that did, and they work for a different company. So you really need to be sure who you're dealing with here. Don't give in to high pressure sales, and don't believe these offers that are way too good to be true. Get competing bids. Talk to several, even though it sounds like a wonderful deal and you like the guy. And this, don't go with the first thing that you hear, and ask lots of questions. If the company gets upset about your questions or gives you vague answers, that's a big red flag.
No, that makes absolute sense. That was like in the example that you gave us, where the guy ends up getting mad because after you're asking for the personal information, and you say, well, I don't know if I want to give you that, then he starts to, the conversation, as you said, gets heated. So there's a couple of things. All right, do your research. Don't give in to the high pressure sales tactics. More that we should be doing to keep ourselves safe from the solar panel scams?
Well, as I said, don't jump on the first offer. Do your research. If you need some help with that, call us at BBB. We have a lot of experience with these businesses, and we can get that information for you, help you do your research.
Very, very good. Nancy Cahalen, President, CEO, Better Business Bureau, serving Central and Western Mass, Northeastern Connecticut, right here, Central New England, and we appreciate it. And Nancy, want to give a shout out to not only our great listeners on AM 830 WCRN 50,000 watt blowtorch, but also to our friends up at the K Zone, Fitchburg and Leominster, where we also, it'll be a replay, but also bring them your great advice and keep them safe up there as well. So want to give them a shout out here this morning. Where can people get in touch with you and make sure that they are getting the protection that they need?
Okay. Well, 24/7, you can just go to bbb.org to get lots of good information. You can do your research there. Or if you need to talk to a human being, call me. I'm at 508-552-0350. I might not be the best person to help you, but I'll put you in touch with them.
Very good. Nancy Cahalen, thanks. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you.
It is the Talk of the Commonwealth on the Radio Worcester Network.